That's how you pronounce it with there. That's an umlaut? Is that what that is? Nuvi? Yeah, it's the Nuvi 205. GPSs are hot right now. I've been using a Garmin for quite some time, and it's gotten me to the point where I can't even get anywhere without being able to type it into the screen. I get completely lost when I don't have it anymore. So they're hot because they make it so easy to get around. Once you have one of these, you wonder how you ever lived without it. You wonder how you were ever able to not find the nearest pizza place or the nearest gas station or the nearest mall just by tapping something into the screen. And this is a really, really great one because Garmin does a really, really good job of making it very simple to use. You know, the more complicated, you're in the car, you're trying to get somewhere, you don't want something that's going to force you to go through 5, 6 menus to program in a waypoint. You don't want something that's going to be difficult to use. This is incredibly simple to use, the Garmin Nuvi 205. It's got a very, very nice 3.5-inch touchscreen on this, and it's very, 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 very sensitive to your touch. You don't have to press on it very hard. You simply have to tap it like that, and it will show you your map views. You can program in your destinations. It does do 3D maps. You're looking at a 2D map right now, but it does do 3D maps as well, which look very, very good when you're driving around and make it a lot easier to sort of figure out where you are in the road and where you're turning. It does auto rerouting, so when you are in a situation where you miss a turn or you miss or you miss your destination, it will actually immediately reroute you and get you to exactly where you need to go. It does have a micro SD slot built in right here for expansion because this actually includes a picture viewer also. So it'll actually act as a little digital picture frame. And so if you're in one of those situations where you're driving 90 miles down the road or 90 miles an hour down the road, and you need to show the people in the back seat some pictures from the last family gathering, you can actually do that with the Garmin Nuvi 205. It also has something very cool. Now, this is actually one of the real reasons why it has it. The pictures that you put in here, as you know, a lot of pictures now have geotags on them. And what that means is that the coordinates, the latitude and longitude coordinates of where you took the picture are actually embedded in the picture. A lot of cameras like the iPhone, a lot of newer digital cameras with GPS receivers built into them, they all record that information. This is kind of cool. When you stick a geotagged picture into this and choose it, it can actually route you directly to where that photograph was taken. So if you seem to remember, 5 years ago, this beautiful place where you took a picture, but you can't remember quite how to get there, this will actually lead you there if it's geotagged with the latitude and longitude, which is actually really, really cool. It also has the Garmin lock technology built into it. Now, the Garmin lock, obviously, these are hot items to be stolen. I'm sure you've probably heard stories about these being actually stolen from folks. This has a security feature which will make this completely worthless to somebody who steals this thing, and it's called Garmin lock. This is what it does. Is it will actually allow you to set up a PIN code. Okay, you come in here, you set up your PIN, and once that PIN is set up, I'm actually not going to set it up because then it's going to get locked out. But once that PIN is set up, you need the PIN to use it. But you can also program in a safe location so that if you forget your PIN number, all you have to do is return to the safe location that's programmed into this GPS, and it will unlock the GPS simply by returning to that location. So you can simply make it your driveway as your safe location. And if it gets stolen, this has to be in your driveway in order to unlock it, and that makes it very, very handy and completely worthless to somebody who has actually stolen this thing. It has a built-in battery, so you can actually use this as a handheld GPS. If you're walking around a city, if you're somewhere where you aren't in a car, if you want to take it with you on a bike or a motorcycle, it does have a 4-hour battery built right into it, which makes it very, very easy to get around with. And you can even use it in your car, so you don't have to plug it in. It does come with a car adapter and the mounting hardware, and I'll show you all that in just a moment. But let me show you some of the menu options that are actually located within the Garmin. When you hit the Where To button, this is what will actually tell you. This will actually help you get around. You can you can go home, and of course that means you program in the location of your home, and that makes it very easy to get to your house from wherever you are. You can also go by address, and that will allow you to simply type in an address and get to where you're trying to go. It does have a very, very extensive points of interest library built right in. You're going to be able to find find anything from food to train stations, to hotels, to parking decks, banks, ATMs, attractions, hospitals. I mean, it's got a category for just about everything, and it will make it very easy to find the nearest thing that you need to get to. So if you're looking for the closest parking when you're in a city, simply press the parking button, and it will come up with all of the closest parking garages or parking lots to your location. It makes it, and this is what I mean by once you have one of these, you wonder how you ever lived without it, because it literally makes it so you barely have to think at all while you're out there on the road, and that's what we want. Nobody thinking while they're on.